Good morning. It is so hot in here and probably outside today. It is around 10:45 in the morning. I did in fact sleep in, took my time getting ready. I'm not doing my hair because the farthest I plan to go out today is to the garage, probably to get a snack before I watch a movie, like ice cream or something from the deep freezer. Or to my driveway to help my grandparents get in the house. Or when they leave and to say goodbye. Like, I'm not planning on, I do want to get a Target actually, but I will go to Target looking like this because at the end of the day, I feel like if I just take my hair down, it looks a little bit better, especially since I washed it yesterday or a day ago. So it's still in that good wash day type vibes. Sheesh, is hot. So the plan is today, I'm gonna write on my whiteboards. I literally haven't used my whiteboard since the midterm, which it's not that long ago, but it just feels really long for me. So they literally still have the writing up there. I probably only need the big one, but we'll clean off both of them. I'm going to try to, I told you guys this yesterday or last night. All of histology needs to get done because we're learning new histology content until the last day. Anatomy, we're done learning content, and then physiology, we have one more like case study, but we're pretty much done. So if I can get half of all of histology done today, half of anatomy and half of physiology, then finish up the other half of anatomy tomorrow and the other half of physiology, I will be on track of where I was last time. I always like to push myself a little bit more. So the goal was to like have all this done before Sunday so I could study on Sunday, but honestly, it just wasn't in the cards for me for how I was feeling this week. I am still tired. Like, today was the first day, I think, because I slept in, where I woke up feeling, like, ready to go. Like, feeling like my old self. Like, this whole week I've been feeling like, oh my gosh, like, if I have to wake up before 8 one more time, like, that's how I felt. And today I woke up at like 7:30 and naturally I woke up at like 6 and I was like, oh no. But I just like went back to sleep. And then I woke up again at like 7:30 and I was like, I could really get up right now. Like, I feel fine. Like, I feel like how I felt all the other days, but let me just lay here and see if I go back to sleep. Obviously I went back to sleep and I woke up at like 9-ish, 8:39-ish, and I felt refreshed. So sometimes you just need that. And I went to bed kind of late last night because I was watching Gilmore Girls. That's the goal for today, so I'll check in with you guys along the way. And like I said, this block, we don't have like any classes or review sessions on Saturday, so it's literally just the whole day. I'll explain how next week is going to go because it's a little bit different because it is technically it's not the last week of M.E.D, but it's the last week of classes. It's so crazy. I didn't think, I mean, I knew I would make it to this point because Mama ain't raised no quitter, but it was hard. The first few weeks, the first block was hard. I'm not finna lie to y'all. Biochemistry was kicking my little booty. And physiology and biochem are kind of like the same and like processes wise. So I'm very proud of myself for not getting down on myself about physio. And also I did better this midterm than I did my first midterm and my final. So like each time I keep going up on grades, and that's what we want. That's what we want to see. Alright, now it's just going to be me vibing in my Rory Gilmore era for the next few hours. See you guys later. Okay, I just finished one whole PowerPoint in anatomy. It took me a while, and I had to go sit with my sister for about a few hours because she had to get a procedure done today at urgent care, so she was not doing too hot, and my parents had to go pick up her prescription, and she was wailing like a baby, so I had to go sit there with her and calm her down. And now my grandparents are here, so I need to go say hello to them and spend time with them, and I need a break. I have a crank in my freaking neck. I don't even know where my little, like the little thing that I have, and it like stretches my neck. So yeah, I'm gonna take a break. When I get back, I'm gonna do the other half of an anatomy PowerPoint, and then that's all the anatomy I'm doing for today. Then I'm going to probably either do physio or histology. I honestly might save histology for later tonight because histology is not like you have to use your mind obviously, but it's a lot of identification. So like you just have to memorize what the structures look like. Like there's nothing else to really know besides maybe their function. But most of the stuff that you're learning in histology you've already seen in anatomy, so you know the function from there. So I think this go around we're doing muscle and skin. Like with muscle, like it's skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, heart muscle, like or cardiac muscle. We learn those functions in anatomy, so all I have to do is be able to recognize what they look like. And then same thing with skin, which we didn't do skin in anatomy, but I had skin in anatomy in college, so I still remember a little bit of it, like the different layers. So I'll probably do that one last. And physio, okay, I'm just gonna say this and then we're gonna go. anatomy, we're doing the abdomen, and it's so hard. Like I don't understand literally really any of it. Like we're learning veins and arteries, and he's like, oh, like you just need to know the basic concept of it, like nothing too bad. And all I keep thinking about is when I go to medical school, like I'm gonna have to, they're not gonna say, oh, you just need to know the basics. They're gonna be like, no, like you need to know this. Like if I open up this abdomen, like you need to be able to tell me what vein or artery I'm pointing at. And like it's stressing me out. I'm just telling myself, like, don't think that far. Like, just get through what you can get through. I'm probably gonna have to do a lot of drawing out stuff in anatomy to understand it, so I feel like I should do that today. And then the same thing with physio. Like, I would say what we're learning in physiology right now, what is it actually? Oh yeah, it's a lot of drawing renal. What the freak? But after rewatching lecture yesterday, I feel better about it. But guess what? The second part of physiology, like week 2, is GI. I don't know how I'm feeling about GI, but I'm just gonna say it's not my favorite right now. Nothing's ever my favorite when I first started. Like I didn't like the heart, and now I kind of like the heart. Actually, that's not true. I've always been interested in cardio. The physiology side of cardio sucks. Not the physiology, the electric part of cardio sucks, and it still does, but it's a little sucky because I've put in a lot of time in it, but y'all get the point. All right, I'll see you guys before I start studying again. Hello, it is Sunday, and I've been thinking about this all night. I was like, maybe I should just this is gonna sound bad and I would never do this, but I was like, maybe I should just lie and tell them that I had such a great study night last night. Like, but the truth is I'm making this so I can look back on it and understand where I was. It might help one person in the future. Heck, I don't know. But I literally have been off my studying game for the past week. And I think it's not burnout because I love what I'm studying. I love the place that I'm at right now. It's more of like, I just cannot sit in this room for more than maybe 3 or 4 hours at a time. Like when I tell you guys, I've normally studied anywhere between, so on the days that we have classes, I would study maybe like 2 or 3 hours, maybe 4, and then go to bed. So it would be like 7 to 11 or 6 to 11:30, like somewhere around there. Or it would be like 9 to 12. And then on the weekends, like I would literally sit here for a good chunk of time. Like I would try to do anywhere between 6 to 12, 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. Like anywhere between that time, I would be in here studying. This week it's just been off. I haven't studied at night. I've only just been doing the bare minimum in my eyes, which is just going in class and paying attention. Maybe I've done an hour here and there, so I don't know. Yesterday I did study though for a good like 3-4 hours, maybe longer. What people don't understand is like studying for 3 to 4 hours, you probably think, oh, like she probably got like 3 to 4 things done. No. Got about 1 thing off my to-do list done, like 1 class thing. And that to me is just like not productive. Like the more things that I see checked off, or the more subjects or things that I hit, I feel better about myself. And like I've just been slipping up this week, so we're gonna try to do that today. It's not gonna be about how many assignments I get done per se, but it's gonna be about how many hours I can spend on each class. So the plan is to spend 2 on histology, take a break, spend 2 on physiology, take a break. If I feel like it, go back to anatomy, because all I did yesterday was anatomy. Goal is to do that. At least get 4 good hours in, maybe 6 if I'm up to it. And I think another reason why I'm not stressing, let me go ahead and explain to you guys. This week we don't have like a normal class schedule. Like I think tomorrow we have class from 8 to 11, which is histo, and then we don't have anything else, like any more mandatory classes for the rest of the day. Obviously there's like study sessions, M.E.D seminars, Q&As, stuff like that, but there's no mandatory class time. And it kind of goes like that for the rest of the week because we have finished anatomy. So all we have is 1 more anatomy review session with the professor. We have basically finished physiology. We have 1 more class, and it's like the last 3 slides of GI and a GI like case study. So the only class that we have that has like new information is histo, and it goes up until like the last day, which will be Thursday. And then Friday is a complete reading day, so there's no classes. I think we do have TA study sessions. Yeah, there's no like classes all day long. So I feel like if I can just like get through this little slump today and like take care of myself tonight, like give myself like the extra time needed, catch up on stuff that I feel like I'm missing out on, I will really grind this week and this weekend for the final on Monday, and we have a final Tuesday. So this is another thing. Our midterm this time around, we took 3 exams in one day. So we started out at 8 or 9 with histo, then we had physio, and then we had anatomy late in the afternoon. That was very, very hard on a lot of people. So I think they're splitting it up this time. We have histo and then physiology on Monday, and then we have anatomy on Tuesday. So I think that'll be a lot better in those regards. I really feel like I can do it. I just need to push this last week. Obviously, I am tired. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. It's not that I don't want to study. It's just like after about 2 to 3 hours, like I just want to go outside. I just want to go to Target. I just want to take a nap. My room is a hot mess, so we have to clean that tonight. Like there's just a lot of things that have been building up. So hopefully I can take care of those this evening, and that way there'll be nothing left to do but study. I'll check in with you guys to let you know how it's going. Okay, so it's about 3 o'clock. I spent the last a little over 2 hours doing histology, but something that I wanted to do was go through lab and like rewatch the lab portion of our class and actually see what he was pulling out. So that's what I'm gonna do after my break. I will know this stuff like the back of my hand. The goal this time, to be completely frank with you guys, is to get as close to a 100 as I possibly can, if not a 100. And the information is harder, so yeah, and I haven't been putting in the amount of hours that I put in last time, but maybe I just put in more hours last time because I knew I wasn't going to be here on the weekends. I don't know, honestly, but I'm going to take like a little 30-minute break and probably get back to studying. Sorry, I don't chew on gummies like normal people because I don't like the way that it feels on my teeth, like that gooey feeling, but these gummies are good as frick. My brother and sister were like, we're not eating these. We only eat, Welch's. I was like, well, excuse me. But back in the day, that's what I grew up on, so that's what I'm gonna eat. Anyways, it's been about an hour and 15, hour and 30 of me only doing histo, and it's only been muscle. Like I think I could do skin pretty quickly. I think I'm just gonna do the lab portion and I'll type up like the flashcards maybe another time. But I need a whittle brick. I was gonna look at my board that I had all my stuff on, but my mom came into the office today and cleaned it up and kind of wiped off my board. So there was a lot of nitpicky stuff in muscle that we needed to know. Whereas skin, I feel like is pretty straightforward. Which he said that. He said that muscle is probably the hardest that it would get for us. I think that after this last round of histo, I'm going to do physiology. I just feel like it's taking me forever to do simple stuff. Like, well, it's not simple, but I don't remember it taking me this long last time, but I also remember splitting stuff up. Like, I'd be like, oh, like since it's so late, like I'll only just do half of this PowerPoint. And then I would wake up the next morning and I would finish that half and do like a half of another. And then before lunch, I would finish that half and do the half of another. Like it was just like separated in blocks, and it felt everything was like partially done and I understood a lot more. But we're gonna get there. That's what I keep telling myself. So finish the lab of histo. Then I'm going to do, I actually have already done half of physio, so I'll finish the other half of that. And then do those questions because I think that's where I messed up last time. But y'all don't care about that. And yeah, I'm also going to Target today because I have got to clean my room, and there's like a bin that I want for my skincare stuff. I also feel like I should throw some of it away, but I hate doing that. I'd rather slap on 5 different moisturizers than to just throw any away because you never know. And like the thing with my skin, I feel like it's starting to get a little bit better, but like you have to surprise it. You can never just use the same product for months and months and months. Like she's going to adapt, she's going to get used to that, and then she's going to start breaking out, and that's where I went wrong. Like actually I was using this new moisturizer, Drunk Elephant, and it was really good for my skin, and then I ran out and I just can't bring myself to pay $68 for another moisturizer. The only reason I got it last time is because it was my birthday. All right, I'm gonna take a break and then study and then probably go to Target and then come back. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to work. It's been some hours. I actually took my like longer break just now. After like I haven't worked since you last saw me. So I took about 2 hours, 2.5, almost 3. And I like went and got dinner. I went to Target. I bought a new comforter. I bought some organization stuff because I am going to clean my room tonight. I feel like this week I've been going through a period of drowsiness, like I'm super tired, and when I would sit down to do work, like I don't know, most of the time I'm just pretty motivated, and to be honest, like I wasn't motivated, but it's more than that. It wasn't like I didn't want to study or I didn't want to do good or like I was letting outside things distract me. Like it literally just felt like I couldn't, and I realized kind of last night, like, you know, I haven't physically probably picked up my Bible since, I don't know, it's been a minute. Not since the program started. I've definitely read it since it started, but it's harder. It's harder to read my Bible. It's like the physical Bible, like I read the Bible app every night, but it's a lot harder to journal. I don't think I've journaled since early May. So, you know, it's just like little things like that. And last night I took about 2 hours to journal every single thought that I had, every single emotion that I had. I still haven't opened up my Bible. It's sitting over there somewhere. But I like read my Bible app and like just really took the time out to just like deep dive in. And I've been seeing like a lot of like, it's gonna sound weird, but TikTok's just talking about like how, you know, if the enemy can't get you to turn your heart away from God, he will definitely send distractions. He will also try to make you less motivated to do things, because when God has called you to do something, like, you best believe that everything that you're doing in that season of life is preparing you for whatever it is he has called you to do. And I know what I've been called to do by the Lord, and it's a long journey. It's a long process for sure. But going through periods of not being motivated is normal. But I also have to remember that like each day that I'm waking up is another day for me to put my best foot forward as, you know, a woman of God, a Jesus follower. Put my best foot forward for myself, for my past self, for my future self, for my future family, for the family that I have now. Like, every day that you wake up is a day to do bigger and better things with your life. And not every day is going to be perfect, but you can't let yourself get in a slump. So I'm stopping the slump right now. I'm going to work hard until I'm tired, and then I'm going to go in my room and clean, and then I'm going to go to bed. And I forgot what I was going with that point. I might journal a little bit, but if I don't, I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. I do think that I want to journal tonight, at least for like 5 minutes. But I think recognizing the signs of potentially getting in a rut and understanding why you're in a rut, and for me, obviously it's not the same for everybody, but for me, a lot of it is spiritual. And like, if I'm not taking care of my spirit, then my physical body starts to waver and wonder, and it's just not good for anyone. I just want to say that. And I'm ready to start working again. I think I'm only going to spend like an hour more on histology, and then spend the rest of the night doing psychology. Thinking about the MCAT. Physiology. Yeah, we'll honestly just see where the night takes us. It's 7:50, and I'm going to work till about 8:50 on histo, and then see how much I can get done with physiology. I just bought my new color of the summer is green, and I bought green sheets like a few weeks ago, and I just bought a green comforter from Target. I'm so excited to sleep in it tonight. Okay, I'm gonna close this. Alright, I have no idea what time it is. It's 9:07. So I just finished histology skin lab, and basically all I have to do left for histology for this week, so the first week, is put in the like definitions and like functions and stuff of the images for muscle and skin. So I'll probably try to do that before tomorrow. Probably not the morning, because I have literally Monday off, but we have histo midterm review at 4. I don't have Monday off, but I don't have class from like 10 to 4. So I just need to do it then. I think I'm gonna take a little 5-minute TikTok break. My neck really hurts. I've been wearing my neck wrap. It's bothering me really bad right now. And then I'm gonna do physiology for about an hour. Let's see how long the physio thing is. So basically, you can look up the recordings from like the class day, which is very helpful to me, because sometimes I feel like if you actually go back and listen to a lecture, you'll realize how much stuff you actually like missed writing down just because you simply don't have the time. But it also is a downside because it causes major FOMO. I am going to rewatch Renal and take notes on it. I literally don't even remember how I took notes on it last time. Did I write it in my notebook? So yeah, basically, if I remember correctly, the first like 30 minutes of this is review, and then she like cuts and does, I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, but it makes me feel better. She like cuts and finishes up like the last part of the second PowerPoint that we didn't get finished the day before, and then we do renal cases. So for renal cases, I'll probably just sit and listen and not really take notes unless it's something that is like emphasized over and over again. I roll my eyes at that because I'm the worst at picking out, like, I'm really good at, like, if a professor is like, oh, like, they say it a bunch of times, but I'm paranoid in the fact of, like, I don't think people realize how much they repeat themselves when they talk, especially professors and teachers. Like, you literally say the same thing 3 times. So I'm gonna assume that's important, and then when I don't see it on the exam, of course I'm gonna be slightly perturbed, but that's besides the point. My goal, like I said, I'm motivated, is to get a freaking 100 on all these exams. Okay, I'll check back in with you guys later and let you know how it goes. I can't believe we're in the 8th, well tomorrow, but we'll be in the 8th week out of 9 weeks of M.E.D. It literally feels like I just started. Like some people, I've been tired, but I don't know. It honestly feels exhilarating to learn this amount of information and know that your goals are being met. Okay, bye. 30 minutes. 30 minutes into physiology. My neck hurts really bad now. I am still on the lecture portion, have not made it to the lab. I didn't pause during the review, so maybe I only have the case study. Maybe I only have a few minutes left before we get to the case study. I still have to clean up my room tonight. I just keep thinking about the fact that I have almost completed, I think I wrote M.E.D down on one of my goals in my journals and like a bunch of other things, and I've almost completed a lot of those. I haven't gone back and actually looked at the goals. It's only, I was about to say, only like February. It's July. But still, like, it's crazy to just think about it. Okay, bye. Okay, so my study timer is going to go off any minute now. And you hear the printer going in the background. So basically during the renal, like during the second part of the lecture, which would be the renal case studies, they said that they're going to put up a PDF, and I think it would be more beneficial for me to just go through the PDF and start like learning stuff and memorizing stuff that way, and then also like seeing what we actually need to know from the cases versus like what's just like fluff based on the information from lecture. Oh my freaking... Woo! A bug! A bug! What the freak? Oh, so many things are happening. Anyways, I'm done studying for the night. I just had to kill a bug on my own. Oh, thanks. Basically, I'm done studying for the night. I played the little Kahoot at the end of our renal session that we had. And the first time we played it, I was like, dang, I don't know anything. And this time we played it, I maybe got like 2 or 3 more questions right than the first time. So I think I just need to go through and like hammer in the details. But I swear to Bob, I did this last time. I like went through, memorized all the stuff on the PowerPoints, learned all the processes, and I don't know, there was a disconnect. So this time I'm trying something new, and I'm gonna do the worksheets first, but it's like, how am I supposed to do the worksheet? I forgot. I'm going to use the worksheet to decide what's important in making the Quizlet and not make my Quizlets 300 flashcards long. Anyways, I thought I would just say good night, and I will see you bright and early for physiology.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago.